welcome back to West Texas, folks. It's actually only a day later than the last video, and I'm guessing I'll be recording this one over several days, probably. I've just mucked out and fed the cows and stuff, and realised, well, not realised, we have a great demand for cotton. So we're going to get our cotton bales sold and see how much money we will make off of those. I am going to use the auto load trailer. If you don't like that, look away. Those of you that don't realise, that's a really bad Deadpool quote. And I've just ordered myself a Christmas Deadpool t-shirt. My wife and her family are very, very Christmassy. Get very excited about Christmas and Christmas outfits and all that bollocks. So I thought I'd get myself a Christmas t-shirt with Deadpool on it. Hello? Oh, can you load some cotton bales for me? Ah, cotton round. I want cotton modules. There we go. And then the cotton sell point is down south, I think. Yeah, down here by the grain sale place that we've been to a few times. So, we're going to make a couple of trips backwards and forwards. Sold some manure overnight. We'll obviously be selling lots of manure as we progress through winter. The triticale that I planted has germinated and popped up, and you can just about see it off in the distance there. We don't have calves yet, we're just too soon still. And that's about it really. The milling machine is awesome for clearing the manure. It's so much better than the belt that I was using. So our two grass fields are looking pretty good. The autumn trees look nice. The field that I'm interested in buying has a barley crop in it at the moment, and if that went in early enough, if we can buy that field in the spring, and we'll need to fertilise and that field and all that kind of good stuff, but we could maybe get a crop of barley off of that field before we plant the corn. That would be cool. I find it weird that, you know, it's a thing with farm sim that you can buy fields that are fully planted and they don't cost you any more. I guess because that would be difficult to implement, and I don't. Yeah. So we might end up buying a field that's got a barley crop in it, ready for us to harvest, which would be good because we could use our new harvesters that we haven't brought yet, and I haven't told you what they are yet. But I was going to time lapse. I could have time lapsed this, but I thought I'd do it this way. I can't remember the key to unload. Let's do that. That works. 45 grand for two. So we're going to get about $180,000 for the cotton. I keep getting cotton and corn mixed up. I'm pretty pleased with that, actually. We have got it on easy economy because the economy on this map is brutal, and I wanted to be able to make progress. But I'm really pleased with that. It's a good amount of money. Yeah, I was really hoping the cows would have calved today. We have triticale to sell as well, but that's probably 2 days away from its best price. You'll see, because you'll be watching this much sooner than from when you're watching this bit to when the triticale sale happens, than I will be between the two events. That I may time lapse that. It's basically going to be several hours of me feeding and cleaning cows with little bits of activity in between. The other thing that I need to do, which I will do maybe after one more run of cotton, is I need to put in another digestate store because they are full. And it would be good to be getting more digestate stored up. Although we didn't use everything that we had last year, I would still like to be able to store more. See, our bale shed is a little bit messy as well. Could probably do with tidying that up. What are you getting stuck on? There's nothing there. What I may do is bring this trailer in and auto load it with the straw and then restack it. There's a really high risk there though that I would pick up hay bales. You might have noticed, you can see it from here, I've stacked some straw up in the cattle corrals just to keep them going through the winter, just to get them, let's say to get them a bit of extra bedding. Because it's cold, especially for Texas, -2. I always thought Texas was a hot place, but it's what's built into the map, so that's what we'll go with. They seem to have left a hay bale in there as well, and amazingly it hasn't rotten yet. Might have to remember to bring the JCB over to pick that up. We'll ignore the 50-mile-an-hour speed limit. I'm kind of pleased that I think, yeah, I'm on the right side of the road. Yeah, the great demand has triggered the price limit that I set using the sell price trigger mod. So I'm hoping that it's actually a good price and not just a great demand on a low price. I'm happy with what we're getting anyway. This is tricky to get into. I wonder if that back door opens. I'm only reversing in because I've watched Farm Sim Guy and Arksy reverse in. No. That's quite cool. It's shredded the cotton bales. Alright, we'll get back to the farm. We'll put that digestate store in. And then I'll get the rest of these sold. It looks like we're going to make about another $90,000. When we clear the $500,000 point, I will make another payment on the loan, take us down to 14 million. And I've said it before, I'm sure I've said it before, I love how there are lots of little, like what you could use as farms or satellite farms spread around the map. Obviously there's the bit that we have on our property with our solar panels and our little workshop and our fake barn. You can see there's another one just to the north of the field 3 that we brought with a you know, like a bale shed and a house. I assume that's a very American thing that people have. I guess we have them in the UK, but not quite the same because we don't have the space. But you know, random little farms. It's one of the things that actually I used to like about visiting America was the space. So there's an animal pen over there as well, which I haven't been able to do for quite a while with that whole thing that's going on, and it's work that takes me over there, and work hasn't had trips over there because of the whole thing that's been going on. So yeah, I miss the I tend to go to California, but not to the busy bits of California. I go to a small towns in the middle of nowhere, and it's really nice. Get out into the mountains. So we're going to try and put our second digestate tank. So this is from the No Man's Land Placeables pack by Alien Jim, as is the BGA. So $17,000. We're going to put that there. Yeah, I kind of merged them together a little bit just because I think it looks quite good. We might have to do a bit of work with landscaping. We're getting quite a complex there now. So yeah, we might need to do a bit more around there, and kind of lift that up a bit. Yeah, there we go. Let's move that off just so hopefully we have something we can drive around. It'll be a while before we're spreading digestate, but yeah, needs a bit of tidying. That edge is a bit of a mess. We need to get a better concrete and crew in. That'll do. So we can drive around there and that'll work. And we can start producing more digestate now. So the other truck is there waiting to empty some more manure into the BGA. I slowed time down to take full advantage of the great demand on the cotton. I was not expecting that, and I'd kind of forgotten that. Oh, that poor calf. There aren't any in there, thankfully, yet. I might take these out, actually. Let me know what you think. Should we get rid of the all the calf pens in here? We could. I need to put another shed in, and that would be a nice spot to put it in, maybe. See if I've remembered the right button. I have. Come on, there we go. So yeah, I want to put another shed in for all of the trailers and the 2 semis. I'm very tempted, probably will be buying another semi. Maybe. I need something to be able to move animals between pens. And I was thinking about the TLX. Oh, which one? We're on a straight. It'll be alright. Still got it installed. The TLX Phoenix, there's a bed you can put on the back which can take animals, and I thought that might be quite good for moving animals between pens and if we need to run small numbers down to the store. And we seem to have enough disposable income now. And our trucks are... This one's not too bad for horsepower. I think the other one's... One of them is quite low on horsepower. It might be this one, actually. So, yeah. Thinking about changing trucks or getting more trucks. This was a good starter option because it was quite cheap. Even though I started with a lot of money, I didn't have a lot of spare cash. I was quite surprised when I realised that our digestate stores were full, and we only had 400,000 litres capacity. But I guess we are putting a lot through the BGA, and I've only really been using it to fertilise grass. So we will probably be using some to... we'll be fertilising the sorghum field, which is not a huge field. I need to check how much nitrogen that needs, and then when we replant the corn we will be fertilising that, and we'll use digestate for that. I think we'll go heavy on the digestate. So one more load of cotton bales and we'll see how much we've made from that, and then I'll get back to progressing time and feeding cows and waiting for calves to be born. And the other thing we need is something to transport the milk, assuming I transport it myself. We could just sell it through the animal food extensions and call a driver in to animal pen extension, that's the one, and call a driver in to collect the milk and do it that way. Not decided yet. I think that Phoenix, the TLX Phoenix, also probably has a liquid bed that we could put on back. So we could go that option and use it to deliver animals around, and milk. I think that might be a good possibility. I'm really glad you can fix this to a certain type to auto load. Okay. And we'll just weave through there. I realised it. Yeah, I know I do it a lot. The traffic switched off. Probably switch it back on now. I tend to switch it off if I'm using auto drive to move stuff around the map, which I was doing at one point for contracts and things. So but I'm not doing that at the moment, and it gives a little bit of life to the map. There's that bale again. Shows I don't pay attention when I walk out the house in the morning. I've been binge watching, or have binge watched, the entire of Mr. CDP's Attingham Park series in the last 3 days. Really good series. I would assume if you watch my farm sim videos, you watch Mr. CDP's. His stuff is awesome. So it's what reminded me about the milling machine, which I used in the past a lot, and I stopped using because I know it's not realistic, but as I've said before, if I was running this farm in real life, I wouldn't have just me, and I'd have someone else who could clean out the manure for me, or run a wheel loader. So, bales sold, bales sold. There we go, $180,000. That is pretty nice. That is more than I expected, I think. So I was worried about covering the costs at one point. So yeah, it's a pretty nice income for the year. Not quite at the point where we can pay a chunk off the loan, but we will certainly be able to do that at some point. Yeah, it's a 50 speed limit, but anyway, I will be back in a matter of seconds for you in some point in the future for me, and we'll see what's happening next. So it's the next day in the real world and 2 days later in game, and we have calves. We have quite a lot of calves. So I was busily watching pen 6 because that was the first cows we brought, and it looked like those would be the first to calf, and we do indeed have one nice heifer calf there, so that's really good. Obviously if we play long enough we can grow her up to produce milk, but I completely missed the fact that pen 5 has also had 2 calves, again both heifers, awesome. Pen 4 had 4 calves, 2 males. We may end up running those over to the meat processing plant actually, and that's it. Yeah, so we've had quite a few calves. The other good thing is the price is now good for triticale and canola, so we're going to sell both of those. I think I might have actually missed the best price for canola by a day. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get both in using the 2 trailers. If not, we'll do 2 trips. We're headed down to the livestock dealer, which you can see highlighted just behind us. It snowed quite a lot as well. I can't remember if I had snow when we did the cotton selling, but yeah, it snowed a lot. So we've been selling lots of manure, which is why the money's gone up. So yeah, we made about $500,000 yesterday from the BGA. We had a lot of slurry because I hadn't sold that for a day, so yeah. I'm actually wondering if we're going to get all of the triticale into 2 trailers full. Let's put the cover on the first one. We might have more than I thought we had, which would be good. So we are going to get how much for this? We're going to get nearly $11 a bushel. So yeah, we are full, and we're stuck. I really need to do something with this ramp for the TMR mixer. It's just too steep. When I try and unload into it to mix TMR, I get stuck quite often. Let's put the cover on the back one as well, just in case we get any more bad weather. So yeah, we're going to make $60,000 off that. How much have we got left in store? We've got another 1,000 bushels. So yeah, we should be able to do it in 2 runs, and we'll put triticale in one trailer and canola in the other, so we're not going to do any more trips, which is awesome. Our triticale from last year, or not last year, that I just planted in the last episode, has germinated and is up and is sitting in the snow there. So hopefully that will be okay. Once we've delivered these 2 lots of crops, if I end up rambling on again, it may be a video where I just am selling off crops. The next thing is probably going to be either planting, yeah, or field prep and planting, or mowing. So, sorry about swinging the mouse around there a bit. That trailer doesn't look good. I'm trying having my mouse on a more sensitive settings, because one of the annoying background noises that you tend to get on my videos is I have a habit of using the mouse on quite low sensitivity and then picking it up and moving it. And that's quite loud. And that's one of the background noises that I'm trying to minimize. So yeah, I have the mouse set more sensitive, but that means I need to readjust my how I use the mouse. This could be quite a slow journey. What was the other thing? Completely lost my road train of thought. Yeah, so we've got to sell these, and then we'll probably, that may be it for this video, and then we're moving on to either field prep. I can't remember what we need to do with field 6 to get that ready for sorghum, and that's the only field we've got to do anything on until we can mow grass and then prep field 3 for corn. So it'll either be that we're doing, in the next video, I'm going to let go of the mouse. In the next video, we're either doing prep on field 6 that we're driving past, so getting that. Shouldn't need liming. We might need to fertilise it if we didn't. I can't remember if it's been cultivated or not. And I can't see because of the snow. So it'll either be prep on field 6 or we'll be into mowing grass. If we're mowing grass, I have some other options for mowers that on King Mods there was a new swather that was just released. I've not tried it yet to know if it's any good. I've installed it but not looked at it, so that's interesting. I think we may look at getting something like that rather than using the Caverna mowers that we've got, just because it's something different. The Rotzel mash was quite nice. The swath wasn't very tight. We're going to need to take it really easy along here. Someone needs to come out and grit and plough these roads. The Rotzel mash was nice, but the swath was quite loose, and that made it was a bit of a pain to deal with. So I'm going to have a look and do some testing on this New Holland one. We might see if we can get it on a demo. Maybe. We might pick up some seeding contracts, I guess, once the weather improves. I had not expected Texas to look like this, but hey, it does. So we'll get this delivered. I'll run back to the farm and pick up the rest of the crops once we've done that, and we'll see how much money we make from selling these. The canola was from a contract. I think we didn't plant any canola, so that's a nice cash boost, hopefully. And then, yeah, the other thing, we'll get the maybe we'll take those cows over to Cargill's and do the meat processing. That would be something interesting to tack into this video as well, which is going to have been a bit random. But hey, they can't all be big farming and stuff. Jobs need doing. And we've not crashed yet, which is a bonus. I hope for 22. I know they can't really fix it, but the whole circle of death is a bit annoying. I hope it's at least better. I guess playing on a big open map, it's more obvious because you're rendering large flat areas. It's generally less obvious on smaller maps where buildings and things hide that rendering in. So yeah, maybe a victim of playing on a 4x map. So nearly there. We haven't crashed yet, which is good. It's obviously a very heavy load. It would be interesting to see what it is in tons fully loaded. We certainly couldn't pull a third trailer. We would need more horsepower for that. And probably more weight as well, actually. Hopefully these guys are open already. If not, we'll just speed up time a bit, because I only really slowed down the time to crash. So they don't open until 10, so we'll just speed up the time until 10 o'clock. There we go. So yeah, I need to decide how I'm going to transport those calves over to Cargill's. Seems a bit excessive using the big trailer that we've got to move 2 calves. Let's see what we make. So we just crossed the $1 million mark from that must have been from the solar panels ticking over. I'd expected those to be a big income source for us, and actually they haven't really been compared to the BGA that we put in. I think it was when I was doing some off-camera stuff. I think it might have been when I was doing setup before I started recording the series, and I brought the big animal trailer through here, and I was trying to set up auto drive to get this grain sell point, and yeah, that trailer doesn't fit under there, not at all. And I missed looking at how much we made for that first trailer full. You can just check when we've finished this one. I'm assuming they'll be the same. So nice. $66,000. Pretty happy with that. Right, I will be back very quickly. So reloaded with another 1,000 bushels of triticale, and we've got about 1,300 bushels of canola. I double checked the calf situation, and I actually must have misread it when I was going through it the first time, because it looks like we only have 1 male calf, so I don't think it's worth spending any money for a way to take him over to the meat processing plant yet. So I think we'll wait until we have some more, and I'll have a look on the various mod websites for something to move a small number of cattle about, because we could probably do with having something or badly stacked it. Oh, I'm going to be able to get out of this situation. Excuse me, Mr. Farmer, I'm just going to drive on your field while I recover stacking my truck completely. It was going so well. It was going so well. Well, yeah, so we only have 1 male calf at the moment, so I don't think it's worth spending any money all the time really to take him over to Cargill's. We'll just leave him to grow on a little bit. The cows are now seem to be spitting out calves at quite a rate. I think we've had at least 1 or 2 more in the time that we've been delivering this grain, so numbers are going to go up quite significantly, I think. So I'm going to have a look on the various mod websites for something that we can move, yeah, maybe 4 or 5 cattle around with, that would A, be useful for moving them between the different corrals, and B, be useful taking them over to the meat processing plant. So let's sell the last of the triticale, and we'll see how much we make off of that. Another 12,000, so that's going to be what, about $78,000, 79, nearly $80,000 off the triticale. That's a nice bonus. And then the canola, as I said, which was just off a harvesting contract, a couple of harvesting contracts, I can't remember. Looks like it's going to be a decent amount. So I haven't sold manure in a while because I'm waiting for the snow to clear, but I think we take this opportunity to knock another $1 million off the loan. So I think I got screwed on this last time because it counts it as a store delivery. I need to do a minus sign in front of that. So yeah, we paid $5,000 let's call it a transaction fee. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. Takes us down to 100,000, but also takes our loan down to 13.5 million, which is awesome. We are making progress. Considering we're not even at the... It's confusing, isn't it? Because I have this months thing running at the moment. So it says we're in January, but actually we're in the middle of the first winter. So we're not even through our first year of seasons yet. And we've paid off $1.5 million from the loan. We're going to have a big manure payday once the snow goes. It's just with the way I'm with clearing it with the snow, it will just be painful. So I'm just going to wait. We don't need the cash at the moment as we go through winter. So yeah, so I need to look for a way to move cattle about and a way to sell milk. And actually, let's just slow this down and I'll show you the options that I'm considering. So I really like the look of the TLX Phoenix. I actually love the cat special edition, but I don't know how exactly we get that. I guess we go with the black bell and we change the colours. So I think that looks quite cool. And then if we change the configuration, I can't remember which one it is. I think it's that one. Or that one. Or that one. Or that one. Or that one. It's one of those, and then we can put a rigid back on it. So that's $85,000. And then if we go in here and go to the attachments, we've got this animal trailer which holds 18 cows, which is obviously more than we need, but I quite like that as an option. We can put it into the same yellow color. And that's only $9,000. And along with that, there's a 25,000 litre tank, which, you know, would work for maybe early on selling our milk. Maybe if we did it every day, set up an auto drive route or something to go off to the milk delivery. So that's one of the things I am considering for dealing with the animals. I don't think I have any other good small animal transport options installed. No, not really. I mean, I guess there's that if we get a hook lift, but that's more expensive than the TLX 82 Studios option. Yes, I need to do some research for that. So I don't think this is the end of this video yet. We will probably check back in again at some point in a few days' time in game. But it's the next day and we have quite a lot more calves. Our pens are now up at 130, 136 and 132 cows. So that's 20, 24, 60 odd calves that we've had on the first day. I've been looking at some options for animal transport. Had a quick look on KingMods, which is one of my go-to websites. I found this little thing, which is it holds one cow, which might be useful or might not. So we may buy that in the future. That attaches to a 3-point on the back of a tractor. Had a bit of a look around, and I've decided we're going to go for the 82 Studios TLX Phoenix. It's just a cool truck. So we need, I had to do a bit of testing to find out, we need this guy, I think, or maybe this guy will work as well. It's just quite long. I can get it into the cow pens where we have issues with maneuverability. We're going to go for the Black Bell edition because I think that looks really cool. Design color, we are going to go for the aged look on the design. I'm not sure which bit that covers, but I think that looks pretty awesome. I think everything else, what were the lighting options? Oh, we don't want an underglow. No. As I said, I am from Essex, but I don't want the Essex car effect. I think we're just going to leave the engine as standard. So that's $94,000. Let's buy that guy. Plus a bit of delivery cost. A couple of $1,000 in delivery. And then we'll go into the attachments and we'll get the animal trailer. I haven't looked at how much milk we've got. So we're up at 4,000. So we've already got about 16,000 litres of milk. So we might need to look at the milk tank as well. We're going to get the animal transport. We are going to go for the American #2, I think. We'll go for wooden floors. And then main colour, we are going to go for the aged look, I think. Design colour, black, aged, stainless steel. Yeah, let's do stainless steel. I quite like that. So that's another $9,000. I'm going to buy the milk tank now, while I've got you guys with me. Should we have a chrome tank? Let's have a chrome tank, and then design color. We'll do the same. I think that looks pretty cool. So we'll buy that as well, and then as I go through, I can sell some milk. So we're going to get the... How good does that sound? I'm actually going to have to turn down the volume on my headphones and try and probably do some sound editing to get that. It's big. It's definitely big. Right. I'm not sure I like the... We might need to get a better colour match on that. So, which pens do we need to go to for our male calves? So we want pen 4. I think it's 4 and 5. Pen 5 has a male in it. Pen 6 has had all females so far. So I'm kind of glad I decided not to buy more calves, because we would have been struggling, I think, or not more calves, more cows, because I think we're very quickly going to need to move some out of these pens into another pen to grow them on. So we need to back this into there. Yeah, I definitely need to change the colour of that to better match the truck. Bring the F1 menu up so I can see once we're in the trigger. There we go. Let's open the doors up. That's the truck doors. Let's open the ramp up then. And where are you, Mr. Male Calf? We have a road trip for you. There. Let's move that one across and on. I think that's it. That looks like it's it. Yep, so let's confirm that. And then close the ramps back up. And then we'll go around to pen 5. But yeah, this solid body truck, although it's big, is easier to get in and out of some of these pens. So I didn't check how many it holds. I think it holds quite a few still. Obviously doesn't hold as many as the Art Mechanic, which was 62. But I think this is up in the 30s. Let's have a quick look. It's easiest to do it from there. 18, which is not a bad number. Certainly plenty for moving cattle around the yard, and probably doing trips to the store to sell. What I plan to do is, when I move cattle into another pen for growing on, I am going to pick one of the pens that's easy to get into, so that we can get the semi into it, so that when we do need to do runs to the animal market with them to sell, we can easily get the Art Mechanic in there. Where are you? There. You. I can't remember how many the meat processing plant will take, but I guess we'll find out when we get down there. So, let's take a drive. Yes, I'm leaving some of the gates open on this farm. It's fine. The cows know not to walk through them. Just trying to think of the best way. You're gonna go left out of here and then head down the farm tracks or back roads, country roads, whatever they are, to head across to the other side of the map. So I will see you over at Cargill's. We were just running up the back of the town, still on one of the minor roads, just because that means we don't have to worry about traffic, and it's slightly cleared of snow. I'm assuming the freeway or whatever that the main big road is that runs along the other side of the divide there is clear of snow, but we don't need to go that far across, as Cargill's is just here. I can't remember what time they open, so I've sped up time a little bit so that hopefully we get there when they're open. Also trying to remember, is that the entrance? Looks like we can, or is that the entrance? I think that's the entrance. I think I'm possibly on the wrong side of the road as well. No, that's the entrance, so let's go in here, and then the drop-off point is around the back. If you're interested in how this works in more detail, I have a video looking at this, and particularly with seasons, the economics of whether it's viable or not. Spoiler alert, the reason that I'm here is because if you're doing it when the animals are very young with seasons, you make quite a nice profit. So they are open, so let's slow back down time a little bit, and we'll get these guys dropped off. Our first steaks. Grab a quick screenshot as well, because that looks quite nice with the snow. Right, yes, we will unload all 5 vehicles, and then we'll wander over into the meat processing plant. Let's put the HUD back on, so that because there's a pop-up that comes up somewhere here, or is it a global company? It's not a global company. I thought there was a pop-up in here, but I guess I am wrong, and our meat boxes will appear in here, or should appear in here if we speed up time. There we go. So we've dropped off 5 animals, and we are getting our meat boxes starting to appear. So we can get 15 meat boxes. I think we get 3 per animal. What I'm actually going to do, because we don't have a suitable vehicle here with us, is we'll leave that processing. I'm going to run back to the farm, and we'll pick up the pickup, and we'll bring that back over so that once they've processed, we can take them to the store to sell. So I think this is one of the first times I've used the new TLX for pickup for anything other than just running around the yard to get me to a vehicle that I've got parked. So it's fast. It's very fast. That actually handles quite well as well, considering it's snowy. I've spent time up to 15 times in the hope that when we get there, most of our meat will have processed, and then we'll go and see where is the best place to go and sell it. I don't know if it's like a lot of the other crops and varies with seasons, but we have nowhere to store processed meat, so we'll take it straight to whoever has the best price and get it sold. There is a bit of hand manual loading with this, obviously, because they're quite small, so we'll back up right into the loading bay there. And how are we doing? Where's the menu? So we've got 3 animals left to process, and we're 50% full on our meat boxes. So these only hold 63 litres, but if we go into the pricing area, yeah, they pay a huge amount per ton. So McDonald's has the best price at the moment, which is cool. We can take these to McDonald's. Where's that? Not sure McDonald's will be interested in those fat rib eyes, but hey. So get these loaded up. Yes, I can't remember how many boxes you get per animal. So it's in my video that I did covering this as a tutorial. Farm sim physics. I'm hoping that they strap, because otherwise that could be interesting. And this is partly why I said we won't be bringing loads of animals over here, because you get, I did work out how, you get a good markup on just taking them and selling them, but equally it's a lot of work and you can only put so many animals in. If you were doing pigs, you could make a fortune on this because it's not based on weight, so you could bring piglets over here and sell them and make loads of money. The map creator, whose name I do not know off the top of my head, has actually changed it to limit. There's a separate one for cattle and pigs, I believe, in the update, and another great demand for cotton. Shame we've sold it all. And it limits how many pigs you can bring over because it's exploitable. So one animal to go. We'll just leave it sped up because I think they will fit in there just fine. And we'll get those loaded up and go and get them sold. And we'll call this an episode, I think. So that's all done. Not quite a full box on that last one. Looks like we didn't get the ribeyes. Pick that up when we go outside. Not the neatest stacking job in the world either. I hope they strap. I really hope they strap in. And it would probably been better actually to park the pickup sideways on so we could drop them over the side. We'll remember that for next time. Yeah, our first meat off of the farm and our first milk coming in. We are making progress. We are making progress not from just selling manure. I think I knocked one off the side there. I did. And it's full. And you see they don't hold very much. They're only 60 odd litres, which I think I might have just said. Let's just move forwards and then we'll get that loose one there. I'm not sure if they strap. It looks like they might. Yeah, so it's only 63 litres. That's per tonne. I don't know what they are per tonne. We'll just go and sell them and see how much money we make. Where's McDonald's again? It's down there. So down past Taco Bell. I love that there are real sell points on here. Even though I'm not from the US, I love the fact that there's a Wendy's and a McDonald's and all that stuff. It's cool. So it's one of the benefits, I guess, of this not being on Mod Hub and not being on console. It can use all the different brand now. So I guess Cargill's is a real brand as well. So let's go across the freeway, which is not being cleared of snow by the looks of it. That's very shoddy from the local highways people. And we'll run down here and get this sold. And then once I've sold this, I'm going to speed up time until we get to the point where we're doing some more field work. And I'll see you at that point, which could well be mowing the grass, looking at the season's calendar, I think, or fertilising field 6. So I had a quick look at field 6 and we had ploughed it and the lime is okay, but it's going to need some fertilisers. So that could well be the next job that you see me doing. To see where the cell trigger is around here. I think it's around the back here. don't know. Let's tag it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So from memory, we need to chuck all these out the back. $700 a box. Thank you very much. How can't I pick you up? I can't pick any of them up anymore. Let's turn that off. There we go. No. Okay. Some of them are loose and some of them are stuck by the looks of it. That looks like it's jiggled and free. So let's see if we can pick them up now. Right. Well, that's ever so damn annoying. Give me a minute, I'm going to see if I can work out what the heck's going on here. I have no idea. We're going to just have to be a little bit brutal. Because I don't seem to be able to pick them up. But they're not stuck in the bed. Which is really weird. So we're just going to destroy the side of McDonald's and the back of our pickup, and we'll need to find a better way of bringing them over in the future, I guess. Be able to pick that last one up? See, it looks like we should be able to pick it up, but it just won't let me. So it won't even let me pick that up. I can't need super strength on. No, it's not a super strength thing. Well, that's ever so damn weird. What a slick ending to the video. So we now need to try and get that one in the cell trigger. There we go. So how much did we make from selling the meat? It's not that one. $11,500 nearly from 5 cows. So I'm pretty sure that each cow at that point is only worth a few $100s. So we've made a nice meaty profit there. I'll try and stick it in when I edit the video. I'll stick on what the difference was. So apart from that awful selling at the end, and I'm not sure why they got stuck. I don't remember having that problem when I did it in my test video, but I didn't use this truck. So maybe it's something to do with the bed of this truck and that it grips the snow, maybe it's the snow. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to call it a day with this video. So next time you see me, the snow will be gone and we will be cracking on with something productive on the farm.